Butterfly by Hans Christian Andersen. Narrated by Byron Seidel. The butterfly wanted a sweetheart, and naturally, it had to be a flower. He inspected them. Everyone sat as properly and quietly on her stalk as a young maiden should. The trouble was that there were too many of them to choose from, and the butterfly did not want to be bothered by anything so fatiguing. He flew over to the chamomile flower. She is called by some the French daisy, and she knows how to tell the future. Young maidens and boys who are in love ask her questions, and then answer them by tearing off her petals. One at a time, this is the rhyme they usually recite. With all her or his heart, with only a part, not lost forever, she'll love me never. Or something like that. You can ask the chamomile flower any questions you want to. When the butterfly came, he did not tear off any of the petals. He kissed them instead, for he was of the opinion that you get furthest with compliments. Sweet daisy, dear chamomile flower, matron of all the flowers, you who are so clever that you can see the future, answer me, which of the flowers will be my sweetheart? This one or that one? Please tell me so that I can fly directly over to her and propose at once. The chamomile flower did not answer. The butterfly had insulted her by calling her a matron. She was a virgin and hadn't been proposed to yet. The butterfly asked the same question a second time, and a third. Then he got bored and flew away to go courting on his own. It was early spring. Snowdrops and crocuses were still in bloom. How sweet they are, he remarked. Just confirmed, but they have no personalities. Like so many young men, he preferred older girls. He flew to the anemones, but he found them too caustic. The violets were a little too romantic, and the tulips were a little too gaudy. Soon the Easter lilies came, but they were a little too bourgeois. The linden blossoms were too small and had too large a family. The apple blossoms were so beautiful that they could be mistaken for roses, but they were here today and gone tomorrow. Our marriage would be too short, the butterfly muttered. He was most attracted by one of the sweet peas. She was red and white, pure and delicate, and was one of those rare beauties who also knows what a kitchen looks like. He was just about to propose when he happened to notice a pea pod with a withered flower at its tip. "Who is that?" he asked with alarm. "That is my sister," replied the sweet pea. So that is what she will look like later, thought the butterfly. How frightening! And he flew away. The honeysuckle had climbed over the fence. What a lot of girls there were, and all of them with long faces and yellow skins. The butterfly didn't care for them. But whom did he like? To find out, you must ask him. Spring passed, summer passed, and then autumn came. Still the butterfly had no wife. The flowers were dressed in their finery, but they had lost their fresh innocence and scent of youth. As the heart grows older, it needs scent, odor, perfume to arouse it. And the dahlias and the hollyhocks had none. She smells like a flower. I shall marry her. And the butterfly proposed. At last she replied, "Friendship, but no more. I am old and you are old. We can live for each other, but marriage? No, it would be ridiculous at our age." And that is how it happened, that the butterfly never got married. He had searched too long for a wife, and now he had to remain a bachelor. It was late in the autumn. The rains had come and the wind blew down the backs of the willow trees. It was not the weather to be out flying in, especially in summer clothes. But the butterfly was not outside. He was in a room that was kept summer warm by a stove, where he could keep himself alive. But to live is not enough, declared the butterfly. One must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower. He flew to the window pane. There he was seen, admired, and a pin was stuck through him. He was collected, and that is as much as a human being can do for a butterfly. Now I sit on a stalk, just like the flowers, he said. It isn't very comfortable. Probably just like being married. You are stuck. And with that he consoled himself. Not much of a consolation, said the potted plants, who lined the windowsill. But you cannot trust potted plants, thought the butterfly. They have associated too much with the human beings. The Butterfly by Hans Christian Andersen. Narrated by Byron Seidel.